When people think of America's wilderness, they often imagine endless forests, hot deserts, and vast coastlines. But hidden within these landscapes are animals that can be far more dangerous than most realize. From the frozen Arctic to the swamps of the South, certain species have earned a reputation not just for their power, but for the very real risk they pose to humans who cross their path. What follows is a look into the wild side of America, where survival means respecting the strength of nature's most formidable animals. Bull sharks are among the most dangerous shark species, notorious for their ability to thrive in both saltwater and freshwater. They inhabit coastal U.S. waters, estuaries, and even rivers and lakes, especially across the southeastern states and rivers like the Mississippi. Adults average 7 to 11 feet in length and often weigh up to 500 pounds. Known for muscular build, high aggression, and blunt force bites, bull sharks are part of the big three species most responsible for unprovoked attacks globally. In 2024, the International Shark Attack File recorded 47 unprovoked shark bites worldwide, with several attributed to bull sharks in murky, shallow water, prime human swim zones. Their behavior is particularly dangerous because they swim near swimmers, surfers, and waders, often striking by mistake or convenience. While overall shark attack numbers are low, bull sharks are particularly unforgiving when they do strike. Their bite can sever limbs or cause rapid blood loss. Human survival often hinges on immediate medical response. Bull sharks are placed sixth, below faster land threats, because they operate in a limited domain. The American bison is a true giant of the grasslands and national parks. Adult bulls can weigh nearly 2,000 pounds, stand 6 feet tall at the shoulder, and carry massive horns that make them look almost prehistoric. Despite being herbivores, bison are actually the most dangerous animals for visitors in places like Yellowstone. More people are injured by them than by bears or wolves. The danger comes from how unpredictable they are. They may look calm while grazing, but if they feel threatened or crowded, they can launch into a full-speed charge at over 35 miles per hour. That's faster than most people can sprint, and getting hit means broken bones, concussions, or worse. Most attacks happen because tourists get too close, often trying to snap photos. A bison isn't some tame park attraction. It's a massive, wild animal that reacts fast when its space is invaded. They deserve a spot on this list because of their size, their strength, and the high number of incidents they cause every single year. But compared to the apex predators above them, their danger comes less from hunting instinct and more from people underestimating just how powerful they really are. Cougars, also known as mountain lions, pumas, or panthers, are stealthy ambush predators distributed across the western half of North America, with small populations in Florida. Adult males weigh between 120 to 220 pounds. Females slightly less. They are lean, muscular, and built for explosive speed and agility. Cougars can sprint over 40 miles per hour and leap up to 40 feet, launching from trees or high ground onto prey. Their kill technique involves a powerful pounce and neck or throat bite to incapacitate. But despite their prowess, human attacks are exceedingly rare. Across the U.S. and Canada, fewer than 30 documented fatalities have occurred since the late 1800s, making cougar-human interactions lower than those involving grizzlies, gators, or even sharks. Bite force quotient for cougars is about 108, a respectable measure relative to body size, but negligible compared to alligators or bears. Their danger lies in surprise ambush, especially near dawn or dusk in solitary wilderness. Most encounters end with the cougar retreating when confronted or outnumbered by humans. Also, please subscribe so I can put some bread on the table and make more videos for you. American alligators inhabit freshwater environments across the southeastern U.S., states such as Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, and the Carolinas. An estimated 5 million alligators roam U.S. swamps, rivers, lakes, and even man-made canals. Adult males typically reach 11 to 14 feet and weigh between 500 to 1,000 pounds. Their bite force, measured at a staggering 2,980 pounds per square inch, is among the strongest recorded in any living animal. From 1948 to recent decades, Florida's Fish and Wildlife Commission documented approximately 450 unprovoked alligator bites, including over 30 fatalities. On average, there are around 7 serious bites per year. These attacks occur during dusk, dawn swimming, when pets approach water edges, or when humans inadvertently provoke gators by feeding or startling them. Alligators are uniquely dangerous due to their prevailing habitats in human-used zones, residential canals, parks, golf course ponds, where people don't expect mega-predators. Their ambush-style, armored body, and aquatic stealth make them far more hazardous in their domain than cougars. Importantly, alligators are stronger than cougars when factoring bite force, mass, and degree of contact with humans. Also, many of you have asked me why do I never include American crocodiles in these videos, and the reason is that they are restricted to South Florida and Caribbean habitats, are shy, and avoid human contact. Documented attacks are extremely rare, just a handful of non-fatal encounters between 1995 and 2017, none in heavily populated areas. Alligators, by contrast, live in dense human areas, are more easily provoked, and cause more frequent injuries and deaths. Hence, they make the cut. Crocs do not. Grizzly bears, a North American subspecies of the brown bear, are formidable predators and scavengers found across Alaska, parts of western Canada, and the northern Rocky Mountains. Adult males can weigh from 400 to 790 pounds and stand over 8 feet tall when upright. Their population in Alaska alone is around 30,000, while black bears number over 100,000. Recorded incidents highlight grizzly bears' danger. Between 1980 and 2014 in Alaska, grizzlies caused 178 known attacks, including 196 injuries and multiple fatalities, compared to 20 black bear attacks. Nationwide, North America averages about 11.4 bear attacks per year across all species. Most grizzly attacks are defensive, triggered by surprise, close proximity to cubs or carcasses, or sudden encounters. People hiking silently or leaving food unsecured increase the risk. Unlike polar bears, grizzlies attack when startled, not typically as apex hunters targeting humans. Grizzlies can charge at surprising speeds, up to 35 miles per hour for short bursts. Their claws and bite force make them immensely dangerous. Videos and park records highlight how, in Yellowstone, most serious injuries are due to tourists ignoring bear safety rules, getting too close, taking selfies, or littering food. Despite numerous encounters, grizzly fatalities are less frequent than polar bear attacks because most are defensive, and people often survive with proper reaction, for example, playing dead or using bear spray. Nevertheless, given their wider range and higher chance of human contact, grizzlies rank as the second most dangerous American land animal. Polar bears are the largest land carnivores on Earth. Adult males usually weigh between 900 and 1,600 pounds, and they can stretch close to 10 feet long. Within the U.S., they're only found in Alaska, where the population is estimated at roughly 4,000 to 7,000 bears. From 1870 through 2014, researchers documented 73 polar bear attacks on people worldwide, including in Alaska. Those encounters led to 63 injuries and 20 deaths. What makes them especially dangerous is that almost 90% of those cases were predatory. In other words, the bear wasn't defending itself, it was hunting. And in over 90% of cases, the attacker was an adult male. When a polar bear decides to strike, the odds of survival are slim. Unlike grizzlies, which people in Alaska bump into far more often, polar bear encounters are rarer. But the difference is in intent. Grizzlies usually attack defensively. Polar bears treat humans like prey, and that's what puts them in a league of their own. These predators can sprint at up to 30 miles per hour, swim for days at a time, and disappear into snowy terrain thanks to their camouflage. Most of their diet comes from seals, which they hunt by ambushing them at ice holes. But as sea ice keeps melting, hungry bears are forced onto land more often. That brings them into closer contact with remote communities, where they sometimes scavenge near villages. Locals rely on warning systems and even electric fences just to stay safe. Despite being seen less often than grizzlies, polar bears hold the top spot for danger. Their size, their raw power, and most importantly, their predatory drive, make them one of the deadliest animals in North America. That's it. We are at the end of the list. If you think that one animal is deadlier than the other, or that you would put some other animal on the list, then make sure to let me know down in the comment section. Also, if you enjoyed the video, then make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.